My name is Modani Donga. I'm the founder of Blankets and Wine. After we did blankets for maybe 5, 6 years, we recognized that there's a lot of artists who we really like and we really um, would like to help them to put shows on in Kenya and that they didn't necessarily fit on the Blankets and Wine platform. So we formed another entity called Good Times Africa, which is a Pan African platform. We work in Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and the purpose of this is to just allow us to put on as many versions of concerts and festivals as possible. Now we have another platform called Live in Concert, which for us is about like super special artists who we just get a one night only in concert, and we're very, very delighted that the first artist we have is Chronixx. I think that your voice is necessary right now in the world to speak truth, to speak healing, and we can't wait for tonight.
Yeah, big respect to each and every one. You know, it's a joy to be here, first of all.
Yes.
First, it's a joy to be in Africa, and then, you know, as far as, you know, my musical journey is concerned, Kenya is a special place, you know what I mean, in terms of, you know, its connection to reggae and dancehall music. It's just special, you know what I mean? And reggae music is popular all over the world, of course, but there's a special vibes happening in Kenya every time, you know what I mean? Like, ever since I started doing music professionally and started to release songs, you know, I always noticed that there was a special energy in Kenya. Energy of African liberation, energy of centralization and unification throughout Africa. You know, the energy of peace and balance on earth. You know what I mean? That is the energy in the music. So as the consciousness evolves, you know what I mean, it reflects in the music. So to keep the people in tune with that evolution, we have to keep them in tune with the music. So Roots and Chalice is the latest body of work that we released, and you know, we are fully happy to, you know, be able to go around the world and perform these music, and you know what I mean? Yeah. Music now I found was the way how I could truly experience life to the fullness. You know what I mean? Because music for me has opened a lot of doors to the other things that I want to pursue in life. You know, like I always wanted to help people, and then music helped you to help people. You know what I mean? I always wanted to create, and music helped you to create. You know, I always wanted to share certain ideas, and music helped you to do that. So, you know, music is just a doorway to my full life experience. You know, as I grow, I discover that more and more. You know, yeah, it's a great, very lovely feeling. I'm a little overwhelmed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because you know, it's Africa. You can't act as if you're not excited. Like just the energy alone. You know, I'm sure it's, you know, business as usual for you guys who live here. But you know what I mean? For somebody who would dream of Africa every day, and you know, any opportunity you get to be here, you know, it will be a great opportunity. So, well, first of all, I have to big up ZJ, you know, big up G Money, big up Tear Gas. I'm a brethren them from a long time.
Yes.
And I mean, we as Jamaican artists, we can't support these people enough. Like, we actually don't support them enough, because when you check it, sound system is really the true outlet of our music. Because our music, even when the sounds of reggae music get mainstream, and even when the sounds of dancehall music gets mainstream, the music and just the energy of the music, it will always be too much for the mainstream. So it's the safest way when we have our own outlet, and sound system is the greatest outlet for reggae music. You know what I mean? So much that reggae music created the sound system, and reggae music created the dancehall space so it could survive. Because left to the mercy of pop culture and left to the mercy of the mainstream music business, reggae music wouldn't have survived. You know what I mean? Reggae music would have died out long time, like many other great music that we don't really hear much about anymore. You know? And yeah, I have to say give thanks to every. I feel like the true function of a sound system is to showcase reggae music for what it is. You know, not like how the mainstream world and the media is always trying to dress it up and give it a brand and give it a name and give, you know what I mean? Like sound system, I feel like the true function of a sound system is to let people know what's happening.
Yeah.
You know, to let the general public know what's happening. Like, it's a bridge, kind of like the bridge between the creative people and the wider society. You know, and sound system belongs to reggae music. And now you see where you have many other genres of music that adapt the sound system culture and use it as an outlet. Like sound system is now the main outlet for EDM and many other, some of the biggest music in the world, even hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the whole sound system culture, because I mean there's no integrity left in mainstream music. You know, everybody knows the big secret now. It's all a big scam. You know what I mean? So there's no integrity left. So it only goes to show that out of desperation, or let me not say desperation, but out of hardship and challenges came a genius idea, which was sound systems. So, you know, out of lack of support from mainstream media, out of scrutiny from society and all of them things, reggae music and the creative people in reggae music, people like Cox and Dad, people like Prince Buster, people like you name them, all of the great people from, you know what I mean, from that time in reggae music till now. You know, because of those creative people, we know have a thing called sound system. Till you have people like DJ, you know, people like Tear Gas, you know.
Yeah.
Big up G Money again. G Money being one of the first people to play one of my songs in the whole Africa.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, Marcus Garvey now is a Pan Afreekanism, right? And I think Pan Afreekanism is the next step that humanity needs to take. You know, I feel Pan Afreekanism is not about displace Africans across the world or Africans in Africa. It's a world movement. You know, it's a global movement, and we know that Marcus Garvey is one of the driving forces that spearheaded the whole Pan-African movement, you know, across the world. And I don't think Jamaican children or any child in the world for that matter should grow up not knowing the true roots of Pan-Africanism and, you know, the whole idea of repatriation and the repatriation of wealth to Africa. Because repatriation is not just people, because I personally, for instance, as a creative person, most creative people don't live anywhere. You know, because by accepting yourself as a creative individual, you have now signed over your whole purpose and your whole soul to the earth, which means you cannot be limited by a nation or by any one tribe, or, you know what I mean? It basically adds a different level to your purpose of existence than just a race. You know what I mean? So you're now greater than just an African. You're greater than just, you're now a human being. You know, you have to accept that to be a creative person. You know, so yeah. I, for instance, don't live anywhere. Like, we travel
All the
and
time.
create. You're just
Everywhere.
always trying to create.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know, it's all about the repatriation of wealth. You know, the repatriation of the mind. You know what I mean? Us now accepting ourselves now as human beings, as creative human beings, then as Africans. You know what I mean? Because being everything that we are adds a different detail to our purpose. So if you can't neglect any one of the details, and you know, Pan Afreekanism for us African people and for people in general, you know, it kind of bring a level of awareness to our existence, and that can only push humanity forward. You know, so I think Marcus Garvey and his philosophy and opinions should be taught in all schools across the world. You know what I mean? Just like I would like to learn the teachings of the Dalai Lama, you know, in school.
In the same
like,
way. Yeah.
I don't have to be from Asia to learn that. You know, I would like my children to grow up reading about Confucius, you know, just as much as they hear about Jesus or Muhammad or, you know what I mean? So, you know, I feel like the teachings of Haile Selassie and his philosophy and opinions and, you know what I mean, the divine words that he manifested in our world, you know, should be taught in schools, definitely.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. In regards to like charities and stuff like that, I feel like, you know, like we can't. I'm a musician, you know what I mean, and I look at music for what it is. The very fact that people can't sell a movie without music, people can't sell any product in the world without music. It only goes to show that music is probably the most powerful concept of the human mind. You know what I mean? And I don't think it is even original to the human mind, really, because music exists everywhere across creation. You know, and I feel that anybody who has taken up the mission of being a musician and truthfully create music for the world and for the people, and you know, that's the biggest charity you could ever do. You know what I mean? What more would you want Bob Marley to do than sing One Love? You know what I mean? I would rather Bob Marley sing One Love than give away $5 million trillion to the world, really and truly. Because just the song and the power and the inspiration, think about how many lives that change. Money can't change people's life. Money only change people physical reality and add a different level of illusion to everything, because we already perceive money as something that is more important than it really is, you know. And charity have a lot to do with material things. Charity has how the world perceive it now, but if you check the true origin of charity, charity means love. Simply love, you know what I mean? So if I'm a person who creates music out of love, and I try my very best to do that, you know, I feel like that's the greatest charity. You know, and as I said before, every human being, we are multi-dimensional beings, you know. It's only natural that we have many passions, you know what I mean? So what music is for me is something that, you know, somehow gives me the opportunity to, you know, explore all the other things that I want to do. So I want to help people, I want to educate people, you know. You know, I want to see people experience love and happiness and peace, and you know what I mean. And I personally love music and have so much faith in music. I feel like music can help us to accomplish all of that. You know what I mean? Without anything. You know what I mean? Just music. You know? Well, at least for me as a musician. You know, for an artist it is art. You know, for an athlete it is sports. You know, for a football player it's football. You know, think about how many people Michael Essien can help, or Didier Drogba can, how many people he can touch because of football. You know what I mean? Which is his passion. You know what I mean? So it's like, and not just your passion but your talent. You know what I mean? Like, think about how many things your talent is going to allow you to you know, experience. Like, I don't think I would have traveled as much doing anything else except music, or learned as much doing anything else except music. You know, so I have no doubt that everything that I am to give to this world will come out of the hands of music. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a good question. Some of my greatest inspiration is Shabba Ranks, Yellow Man,
Dope.
Bounty Killer,
Dope.
Beanie Man,
Beanie.
Ninja Man, Vibes Cartel, Mavado, Baby Sham, you know what I mean? Power Man, Flower Gun, you know what I mean? Yeah. Urban Tan, Junior Cat, Super Cat, Nicodemus. Some of my greatest inspirations. Yeah, music is one. Music is a pure thing, you know. It is humanity that is impure. But music is a pure thing. That's why I have so many people, so many good people who listen to what we think is bad music. You know, you have so many good law-abiding people that listen to crime music. You know, and so many good, clean people in society that listen to grime music. You know what I mean? And that's why white people listen to hip hop. You know what I mean? That's why Indian people listen to reggae. That's why black people listen to yoga music and Indian music. Because music is pure. And music belongs to creation. So any attempt to try and separate music, you know, that can only bring glory to society, but not to humanity, and it will not bring glory to music. It only bring glory to society and aid society in its never-ending quest to divide and rule. But otherwise, it serves no purpose to us as musicians. You know, I will not meet Vibes Cartel and refuse to embrace him because of the music they make, or Wizkid, or Stoneboy B, or you know, Wiry, or anybody. Like, we love everybody in music. That's the thing with you know what I mean? Is artists don't really have beef between each other. I personally don't have beef at all, because we're ital people, you know. But artists don't really have beef. It's fans and society beef with each other, you know. There's no Crips and Bloods. There's no communists, and none of them think they're music. Those things only exist in society. You know what I mean? And then music is always reflecting the times, and that's how these things end up in the music. You know what I mean? Because vibration will naturally reflect what is happening. Like, if you strike this, you know, it'll create a vibration. So vibration always, music is vibration. So vibration always reflect the different impulses that is happening. So it is as a result of these things being present in society why it ends up in the music sometimes. You know, which makes it true that music reflects society. But what happened is that, you know, we live in a mirror universe, so everything just keep bouncing off each other. So while we know that these things exist in society, you have artists also who don't really look at things from through a material eye, you know. So like, I can always see the good things that is happening because I'm not always looking in society for inspiration. You know what I mean? I don't get all of my inspiration from society. So, yeah, you will have songs that talk about social issues and things that are happening in the world, but then, you know, you have music that is just simply talking about our spiritual experience as human beings, you know. So, yeah, all music is good, all music is fair, you know. And everybody know who my favorite people are in music. If you listen to my songs, you will know. You know what I mean?